happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. Now you guys can probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely going to want to see this one. So it looks like we're now seeing Trouble in Paradise. Got America's picture perfect family possibly falling apart in this one, as we have Michelle Obama taken to her new podcast, airing out the family's dirty laundry, guys. I'm excited to get into this one, so we're not straight into it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, we're going to hop straight into it, guys. Check this one out.
Barack, he had to adjust to what on time was for me.
Because he was on that island time.
Well, but, I've got this husband who's like, when it's time to leave, it's 3 o'clock, he's getting up and going to the bathroom. And I was like, dude, like 3 o'clock departure means you've done all that, It's like, don't start looking for your glasses, at the 3 o'clock departure. But he's improved over 30 years of marriage. But that was you must adjust.
Michelle says her husband doesn't really like people, doesn't know how to talk to him, and doesn't even really care.
When a girlfriend comes to visit, it's usually like, you got to stay for 2 days because it's going to take us
so much time to catch up
to check up. Now, Barack has come in, he's come out, and he's like, y'all still talking? He'll sit down for 5 minutes, be like, how are the boys? And the flip side of my husband, right? Because he golfs. And golfing takes as long as the first session of our, it takes 5 hours to golf. He'll golf with his buddies, come back, and be like, how's X? He's good. It's like, what'd y'all talk about? Nothing.
Hate to break it to Michelle, but guys don't get deep on the course. Normally, when someone rags on their spouse, there's usually a little love. Like, Jimmy, he never listens, but he looks cute in his suit. But that wasn't cute. Did she drop this podcast to distance herself from Barack so she could run for president?
Don't say that.
Every politician starts a podcast right before they launch their next campaign.
No one in their right mind is voting for this dude. I'm going to say it right now. Don't tell me that.
Every politician starts a podcast right before they launch their next campaign. Looking at you, Gavin. And it turns out Michelle wasn't the only one who had problems with Barack when he was in office. Michelle says the kids were embarrassed too.
Every year we'd have the turkey pardoning. And that was the one thing that the girls would do at Barack, was to go stand next to him when he pardoned this turkey.
Yes.
And it was cute when they were little, but as they got older, you could see on their faces in the shots of them thinking, I would just poke my eyes out. Just right now, just get me out of here. I'm standing with my father telling these stupid jokes, next to a turkey. So by the time we got to the last year, the last turkey pardoning, they were done. They were just like, I'm out. I'm not going.
Michelle.
I don't know, guys. This does not sound like a family who is growing stronger in connection and that bond and love for each other. This sounds like there's more trouble than what they're telling us going on behind the scenes. If she's just now airing out all their dirty laundry and family secrets, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. Let me know, what do you guys think is going on behind the scenes?
Also revealing that she didn't want her husband running for president. That makes 2 of us.
Being married to the president of the United States thing.
Yeah.
that none of us kind of banked on. I mean, we knew Barack was smart and, ambitious, but, I think, but you talked me into supporting his run.
I did.
Because I was definitely like, nope, no way, this is crazy. We've done enough crazy stuff.
That's right. That's right. Barack came to me and he's like, I can't convince your sister to go along with this. And I'm like, whoa, go along with what? And it's like, I think I'm going to run for president. And I was like, what? I convinced you to not penalize him for being really good at what he does.
Wait a minute. So this is her brother. This is wholly weird. This is weird in a whole nother way. Like, who in their right mind starts up a podcast? Just them and their brother. I mean, I guess if you're younger, but this seems like that time has sailed. But Michelle Obama, did she not realize that without Barack being in that seat, they would be nowhere near as wealthy, as rich as what they are right now? I don't know. I would have let the guy run.
Host of Fox Noticias and co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend, Rachel Campo-Stuffy. Rachel, you think Barack's happy about this podcast?
Well, first of all, Jesse, there's just no better proof that there's been a massive realignment. How boring was all of this? This would have been such interesting stories about like 15 years ago. I'm like, I don't care about the girls and the turkey thing from 20 years ago.
But it still says a lot. If they were having these problems back then, just imagine what's going on right now.
Care about any of these stories. I didn't even find them funny. Yeah, she's negative. Jesse, listen, she's always been negative and nasty. Do you remember when Melania Trump came on Inauguration Day in 2016 and she came bearing this beautiful, lovely gift, the most gracious gesture as they came to exchange the White House? And Michelle used that moment to mock her and say, well, she complained that, you know, she didn't know where to put the box and how awkward it was for Melania to bring that over. But she's always been like that, like negative about, you know, here's a country that elected her husband as president. We were never good enough. You know, she was never really satisfied with anything. So it doesn't surprise me that she's petty. It's just a little more interesting, Jesse, because these two have, let's face it, been living very separate lives. And it's shocking because we've been told they were the perfect couple, that they were so in love. And yet, ever since he left office, all we've seen is separate lives.
Well, she seems to be very much in love with her brother. To do a podcast with your brother or your sister, I don't know. And what's with the...
And I'm glad it's not just me. They have definitely not been on the same page. And this podcast is beyond weird. Heck, we seen her not attending Jimmy Carter's funeral with Barack. We seen her not attending Trump's inauguration. Where else did we just seen Barack Obama the other week. He was courtside at a basketball game alone. You'd have thought this guy was a bachelor. I don't know, guys. There's definitely some disconnectivity there. They're not together.
To do a podcast with your brother or your sister, I don't know. And what's with the brother? Something seems off with him. What is it?
I don't know. But listen, liberals have been wanting to break into this podcast platform medium for a long time. Conservatives have been so successful at it. It's basically what, you know, helped Donald Trump right into the White House, showing, you know, just who he is. And liberals can't seem to break into it.
Are you saying that Michelle's doing this to maybe break into the podcast thing to launch a political career?
I'm not sure with her. With Gavin, I'm absolutely certain that that's what he's doing. She may just be trying to carve out a separate identity. I think the divorce rumors may be true. But with Gavin Newsom, it's very fascinating, Jesse. You know, he is definitely, this is his way of trying to cover up all his radical liberal sins. And frankly, if it was me deciding, I would tell all these Republicans and all these conservatives that are going on his show, don't normalize him. He's not normal. Remember when they said, don't normalize Donald Trump, and they never let him on all these wonderful shows? Well, guess what? Don't normalize Gavin Newsom and his radical, terrible policies, because he's just using Republicans to get himself into the White House, which will be terrible for this country.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Maybe the rumors are true. We've got Michelle Obama coming out on her new podcast with her brother, trashing Barack. And I'm not sure he's going to be too happy when he sees this, or maybe he already knows how she truly feels about him. Behind the scenes, there's been tons of buzz, but just been speculation, guys. I'm not sure. This may have been the most telling sign. She's airing it all out there, family secrets, things, dirt on Obama, where you're not seeing that. You're not seeing that with normal, happy couples. Marriages usually keep that behind, closed doors. You don't want folks to know this, but Michelle Obama taking it to a podcast, that might be all we need to know, y'all. But definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one. We got it.